Welcome, everybody, to another Dueling Aces After Dark for July 7, 2026. With me, as always, to kick it off, Sam, the man, the myth, the legend of 609 Sports Talk Radio. How you doing, Sam?
Watching Zach Wheeler put together probably one of the best starts I've seen ever in a Phillies uniform.
So I see you made it through the 4th of July hot box weekend.
Yeah, if I check around the old waistline, they about 8 pounds sweated off. So we survived. Let's just say that. We survived. Body armor and water are my new best friends, by the way.
Well, Bryce and the Premier Ohio Diaz, they had a brutal afternoon Friday in that horrifying 100-degree temps. They lost their two qualifiers, but bright and early Saturday morning, made it through, hit one game, and then we won and ended up Sunday morning bright and early again before Mother Nature decided to turn on the sprinklers, and we snuck that win in. But that was a semifinal, and the coaches actually got together and said, all right, we didn't get to play the final, but they still actually do want to get together to play this game. So I'm sure over the next week or so, we are going to find out that we still have one more game that we are going to get to play. That was a bummer, too, because Bryce was going to end up pitching that game. So we were on a pretty good roll. It always seems that way. You know, it's like we kind of will either split it or we end up getting down. But it's like, yeah, when it comes into the bracket play, we're usually pretty solid. So can't complain too much about it. The boys usually, figure it out. And I said, with Bryce, as long as he gets sleep, he's okay. Staying up to play video games is a little tough.
No, it's not. I do it all the time.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm still youthful in some areas.
I was actually hoping to catch up with Tyler a little bit because I wanted to know. It's like, hey, listen, I'm going to start off with the U.S. soccer thing. It's like, okay, hey, look, now all the professional athletes are going to start calling up the president going, yo, can you get me out of this suspension? Come on, man. Let's go. Can you see this happening?
I don't think so. I think it was, first of all, let's be completely honest about one thing. It should never have came to this because for a guy who has watched soccer for about 3 weeks of his life now, thanks to my co-host of Unbiased, Mr. Adams, who I want to give a lot of credit. He somehow did the show live and then somehow played in the game. Credit to him and his alter ego.
Yep.
But this should never have came down to a decision anyway, because Balogun should never have gotten a red card to begin with. It was two guys jostling for the ball. He did not step on the player's leg maliciously. He did not do it intentionally. He wasn't even looking where he was stepping. He was trying to get the ball. It should never have come down to just a straight red card. What in the world are you referring to?
I was going to say, I don't know.
Dustin, what in the world are you referring to right now? But again, that's the thing. It shouldn't have came down to this. It should never have came down to anyone having to get involved for him to play. Which, no, not to be an ass about it, but
he's apparently wanting to talk show details.
Dustin, we'll talk show details later. But again, he didn't even give Balogun a yellow card. It went straight to review and straight to a red. I couldn't believe that it just came right to a red, nothing else. Didn't get a yellow, didn't get any. It was just straight on red, and it wasn't that malicious of a play.
Right.
It really wasn't. So
I just thought it was very interesting. And, I think it's like, hey, next up, the NFL. Who's calling the president? Who's got some serious pull?
Oh God, Mahomes.
Yeah. You see where this is headed? Oh, jeez.
I got no. I had no words for the situation. It is what it is, and of course now it doesn't really matter because USA's eliminated. And
Bummer.
oh yeah, it's a bummer, all right, because of how flat they came out.
Well, a lot of these other teams heard about Deflategate. What can I say? Tom Brady's not playing with the balls.
Okay.
It's not the U.S. sport. Anywho.
Yeah, and again, it came in. You thought it was going to be a different USA team this year. They played well early in this tournament. In the group stage, they looked good. Even the round of 32, they looked fine with Balogun getting thrown out. But it came down to, again, it's the same stuff that they typically do with USA soccer. They don't play well when it matters the most. I mean, Balogun had a couple decent chances, didn't have anything really spectacular. Christian Pulisic looked awful. And I hate saying that because I love Christian Pulisic and I think he's a great player, but he did not look good at all. So that it was a bummer. It was just a bummer that they came out, they looked flat, they didn't look good. And it's just unfortunate because they honestly, a lot of us, Tyler and myself included, thought this would be a little different of a USA team that we've seen in the past, but it clearly was not meant to be. It's a heartbreaker.
Well, let's jump into our real talk, and I got a baseball one for you right off the rip.
Do you think the umpire should be fired for this?
Yes.
Check this out.
The hitter was ejected after this strikeout.
Blows a kiss to the kid that he ejected. So, when umpires make it about themselves and you go a little too far.
Well, here's what I'm gonna do. So you're the baseball parent, you've coached, you've umpired.
Mm-hmm.
I have an opinion on this to my own. I would like you to start and give me your side because I'm going to tell you my side, but I want to hear what you have to say first.
Well, first, the kid, of course, is sitting there, probably turned around and told him that's BS or whatever, and walked off. There was no reaction from the umpire initially at all. And then, we don't see where he actually turns and said he's gone. But he turns around and talks to the coach. And it's like, for him to turn around and do that, I'm sorry. But one, you are the individual who has control of the game. The rule is you have to keep your professionalism at all times and never, ever under any circumstances, let your emotions get involved into your job. It's a massive no-no. Whether you're refereeing football, basketball, umpiring baseball, soccer, you name it. The emotion gets left before you get on the floor, on the field. It's an automatic no. You have to be in what I call robot mode. It's like you have zero emotion. You're a Data from Star Trek. You have no emotion chip. Sorry. Your rules are is 1, the safety of everybody on the field. 2, you let the coaches chew into your ear, players chew into your ear all you want. Yes, you can toss them. But for ignorance like that, sorry, but that was exactly what it is. Pure ignorance, unprofessionalism, and yes, your butt's done. Because if I was your crew chief, your director in charge, nope, not on my watch. I don't need anybody like that. You're gone. You're 100% gone. As a coach, I mean, for the coach not to have seen it, he did it, without the coach seeing it. I'm sure if the coach saw it, the coach would have went, really? I mean, you heard the reaction from the fans going, wow, how classless do you have to be as an umpire? It's like, sorry, but it's an automatic no for me. I'm sorry. I mean, yes, if the kid turned around and was mouthy, and trust me, I've had several of them, it's a no. 1, you have to have very thick skin to do that job. You have to be able to take a lot of crap from a lot of coaches and players, no matter what the level at all. No matter what the level. You've got to have that thick skin. To do that, what he did, shows me that, yeah, he's all about, hey, it's all about going to be me and it's my ego. Sorry, buddy. No, that stays at the door. You can't do that. You just can't do it. You definitely won't. You won't have your nice little license, whatever high school association that's out of. You totally lost it. 100%. The state's going to get a hold of, and that's kind of the sad thing. Social media, everybody's got a phone right now. Everybody. You've got literally instant news whenever stuff like this happens. And guess what? You're toast. And there's no defending it. None whatsoever. None.
Okay. So I hear what you're saying, and I get it. And I agree with you to an extent, about, being a professional, doing your job. I get all that stuff. And I agree with you on a lot of this.
And I
However,
really didn't see a whole lot from the kid. That was kind of the weird part. If you look at the beginning, you don't
think the
see
umpire should be
anything.
fired for this?
It's like right there, he could have said something real quick, but you notice he's already walking away to the dugout.
The hitter was ejected after this strikeout.
And that's the problem, is we don't see the interaction that's happening before this conversation. I want to see what the interaction is. There has to be more to this, because we're not seeing the actual reason on why there was an ejection. We didn't get to see all that. Somebody edited that out. But that's what we need to see. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, and again, because during this conversation with the coach, we don't know if the kid's saying something back to the umpire still from the dugout. We know how that goes. Before they end up leaving, they bark at that umpire as much as they can. Here's where I'm at with this. I understand the professional side of this. I understand as an umpire, you are supposed to have control of the game that you are umping. I understand you need to be professional. I understand all that. And I know for this job, you need to have thick skin. However, these guys have to come out there every day and deal with, and I'm not talking about Major League, I'm talking about this umpires that are umpiring for kids. They have to deal with coaches, players, and parents.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, now in this case, it was this guy, someone is going to get fed up and they are going to give you an attitude back. And I understand that they have to stay professional, but I can understand it. Like we said, we don't know what happened from this, where this video is paused. From that moment on, we have no idea what happened. The kid could have said something else. We don't know.
Right. I mean, if the
But
kid,
again,
and especially if the kid is acting like a complete jackwagon, we don't know what this, he could have been sitting there throwing a temper tantrum, and it's just like, hey, listen. But the point of it is that is the job. In the job description, it clearly states that you have to have control of yourself. It's in the book.
yes, and I understand that. But again, when you are an umpire and you are dealing with, just an example, it's a 95-degree day. You're out there trying to umpire a game. You've got kids bitching at you. You've got freaking coaches coming in and getting in your face, and then you got to deal with the idiots in the stands, known as the drunk parents, which we all know there's always those few parents.
Oh,
Eventually, and listen, we are all like this at our jobs. I'm sure you're like this. I'm like this too. At our jobs, and just in life in general, we have to put a human element on here. You know how we talk about the human element being taken away from baseball with umpires? Well, here, I'm going to apply it back here. You can only take so much in life in general until you hit a breaking point. And if that was this case here, like, it's okay. And I understand he's the professional. It's his job. I get that. But don't sit here. But guess what? If I'm sitting back there and I'm listening, and I've had to listen to this coach multiple times this game already, and two other kids have already bitched at me. Meanwhile, I got AA meetings in the stands because everyone's half-ass up Schitt's Creek already. What am I supposed to do? I understand you have to stay professional, but eventually in life we hit a breaking point when you have to deal with this stuff continuously. I'm not disagreeing with you and what you said. Like I said, you have dealt with this more than me. You've coached, you're a parent, and you've umped. I get it. I don't disagree with you. But in life, we all reach a breaking point when we have to listen to the same crap every single time. Was it the right thing to do? Probably not. But again, we don't know what was said.
Yeah. But like I said, because of the characteristic of, I guess, the response of that, blowing a kiss towards the player, it's like I said, he's gonna get stripped of it. It's just not going to be it's not going to go well. It just isn't. I mean, it's not like if there's a breaking, I see your point of the breaking point, but Sam, it's not like the guy went after a kid, because that definitely puts you in cuffs at that point. But I mean, this is clearly a high school game, at least at the minimum. And then it's not like you've done multiple games. It clearly, I mean, he's got the creases in his pants. This is definitely the first game he's done. He worked all day. He did not do more than one game. So no, I'm sorry. It's a game under the lights, and I think this was all for showboat and ego. And that's pretty pathetic. I mean, especially when it's a game under the lights and it's, everybody's always hyped about those games. And, as an umpire, it's just like, hey, it's supposed to be just like any other game. But nope, you needed to act like a complete jackwagon in this situation. And it's just like, wow. It's just not good. I mean, like I said, he wasn't even angry when discussing this with the coach. That's why I'm saying there's no real breaking point here, Sam. If they were going back and forth and yelling at each other, but look at this. I'll continue playing it here. They weren't even yelling at each other. He just did that. He did it just as a smart ass reaction to the kid. And it's like, wow, really? Come on. He did it as a smart ass response back. Now,
He could, but again,
the coach, by not
I'll be honest, I have never seen anything like
the coach ignoring it was probably the smart thing. Because you know what? It's like, okay, this guy's going to be a complete idiot. Let him act like the complete idiot. Because that's exactly what he did. Is the umpire's acting like a complete idiot? Hey, guess what? More power to the idiot. But right now, it's pretty much under a microscope, and I'm sure today he no longer has his ability to turn around and perform that job.
you're not wrong.
Okay, from argumentative to the stupid.
What in the world is that?
Two drunk guys with 1,100 Roman candles in a weird contraption lighting off Roman candles from a chest box that was homemade.
Well, I'd like to ask my friends where they were over the weekend now.
And you definitely see that it's like, well, they say there should be no drinking and fireworks involved. And this definitely showed that, yeah. I mean, Sam, it's duct taped. It's duct taped. I mean, what the heck, man? American ingenuity at its entertaining finest? I'm trying to
So
keep
many
a straight face. It's so hard.
I've got so many jokes, but we'll get kicked off the air. Fuck you, stuff.
Oh,
I'll tell you them off the air. I can't. We'll get kicked off. I have no words for any of this.
I was trying to save it for Zolt because I know Zolt would I think Zolt would disappear.
No, I think Zolt probably came in, was in the backstage area, and just left. He saw this. He's like, yeah, no, we're not doing this tonight.
Nope.
Hey, Cleveland. Who's going to be your starting quarterback this season? That's a great question. Okay. So, what's the answer? I'm also curious. Yep, that sounds about right. I mean, we've got 3 options, so I'm sure one of them will get the job. 3? 4 quarterbacks on your roster. Shador, Predator, Taylor Green, and Dylan Gabriel. You made that name up. That poor dude. Oh, he is not poor. Believe me, we paid him. Wait, hold on. You think that Taylor can win the starting job? No, it's 100% between these two. So, you ready to stay the backup? The what? What makes you think that you're going to be the starter? Maybe the fact that last season I proved that I can dominate? Yeah. It's a real thing that he said. Oh, yeah, dominating is definitely 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and the 5th lowest QBR in NFL history. I literally made the Pro Bowl, which you threw 3 interceptions in. Look, a massage table. Where? Why? They're two talented quarterbacks? It's definitely not because you overpaid the hell out of one of them and have to justify it by giving him playing time, and the other has a fan base and father who will go nuclear if you don't play him. Nope. Just two talented quarterbacks. Hey, Cleveland.
Connor has outdone himself on this one, boys and girls. when he said massage table, I dropped my phone. I was dying. I was waiting for the NFL guy come back and go, that was too easy. Oh. Oh my gosh.
I got nothing.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
I got nothing.
Oh. He just did this one the other day and I was crying. I was crying. I
got absolutely nothing.
Oh, like I said, Connor outdid himself on this one. This one was good. This one was really, really good. Oh, and that's, you asked me, it's like, okay, how's Cleveland feel about this? Is exactly what we got. That's what it's going to be. 100%. That's what it's going to be.
Got nothing.
And there's this one.
Oh my, Logan Gilbert hit with this comeback here. Did he catch it?
Oh, I seen this one. This is crazy.
Caught it in the jersey.
Holy smokes. I've never seen that. Wow. Is that an out? That hit him in the chest. I have never seen that.
I've never seen it. I was like, wait a minute. How in the blue moon did that happen?
So wait, is that technically an out?
It goes into the jersey and wraps around behind him. It's in his jersey. That's.
But wait a minute, did they give him an out for this?
Yeah.
How? He doesn't technically catch it.
That's the thing, is he caught it. It doesn't, the rules don't say you have to catch it with your glove. It's onto his body part and he's got it in the jersey. And it's like, yeah, it's caught by the player. It happened to go in through his jersey. The wildest
I don't know
out,
about that.
it is the wildest out I have ever seen in my life. I'm gladly going to send this over to you so you and Dustin can debate this one tomorrow. That is unbelievable.
No, but I'm not arguing this because I don't know how to feel about it, but I don't think anything still. My favorite is still the Orlando Hernandez one when it was stuck in the webbing of his glove and he just chucked the whole glove to first base. That was
Right?
pretty cool.
Yeah, like I said, this, like they were saying, it's like, well, if there was a runner that was going to second, what do? Yeah, you just run to first base and tag the base because it's on you.
It's down there. It's in there. It's in here somewhere.
I got it. It's here.
You ever see the Pirates of the Caribbean movies?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the first one when they're fighting in the cave and Will takes the bomb and sticks it in the skeleton and then pushes him out of the moonlight so
Out
he
of the
can't get
moonlight?
it.
Yep.
That's exactly what this just reminded me of. No fair. That is.
Yeah. Yep.
That's something.
Yeah, it is. I was just like, dude, I have seen some crazy things. That's a new one.
That's a new one, all right.
You know, it's totally brand new. I was like, well, that's one way of doing it. It was an amazing out, that's for sure. I think that was all I had for this week for the real talk. that covered the real talk for this week.
That's something.
Couple of interesting baseball, like I said, interesting baseball ones. So now we'll get into LeBron. So, of course, everybody and their brother now has, their whole rumor mills, fake news. Hey, my favorite one this morning was from somebody who claimed to be NBA on Twitter and wasn't, and said, "Oh, LeBron is signing with the Cavs. Breaking news." And I'm like, yeah, sorry, but reject, delete. This is getting to be kind of like the AJ Brown trade. It's the worst freaking secret, and it's like you're just waiting for something to finally happen, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna go take a nap. Maybe
All
pull
right,
an Aaron Rodgers. Let me go to my dark place and just wake me up when it's done.
All right. Well, here's what we got as of lately from Polymarket. The Cavaliers are now the favorite to land LeBron James at 46%. Coming in second place is the Miami Heat now at 18%. And number 3 are the Philadelphia 76ers at 9%. As the days have gone on, I just personally think that they are using the Sixers as leverage to try to get these other teams to crack quicker. That's just my personal opinion. I think Golden State is out. I don't think they were ever a realistic option. I think they may have been early on until the reports surfaced that the Wizards were not willing to trade Anthony Davis because that was their main goal.
Right.
Was to get Anthony Davis as well as LeBron James. But since the Wizards are
6-7 it.
kind of diddly-daddling right now and saying that they're not trading AD, so I think that's kind of out the window. First off, if LeBron goes to the Warriors, it's literally the Expendables movie in the NBA, which is hilarious.
I'm glad you let me put the drink down. That's a good one. Bravo.
Well, yeah, exactly, because it is exactly what it is. But I've said it all season. Would I love to see my favorite play? Now, look, let me just explain this. I am not saying LeBron James is the greatest player of all time, but he is my favorite player of all time. I was born in 1996. By the time I knew what a basketball was, Michael Jordan was already out of Washington.
Yeah.
Would it be awesome for my favorite player of all time to be on my favorite team? Absolutely. I just don't see the realistic factor in it. I don't. I think a return. And look, it's not like he's going back to the Cavs to restore them and make them a championship team. They already kind of could be. They already have a good roster. They just gave Donovan Mitchell an extension this morning.
Yep. A very healthy extension.
Hey, max contracts are max contracts. That's what's going to happen. And Harden is, of course, a free agent, but he's going to resign. I'm sure he's just waiting for the LeBron thing to go through because he's going to stay in Cleveland regardless. But
we'll take a bag of Fritos and 2 Philly cheesesteaks with.
I think the end all be all has always been LeBron just ending in Cleveland. and just going out on that note. So again, it's cool to think of him possibly coming to Philly. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I will not be upset that I'm wrong. But
Right.
as of right now, I just don't see it. And I think he's ultimately going to go back to Cleveland. Let him go there. And if he does, the movement we've had in the Eastern Conference in this offseason has been absolutely insane.
Yes, it has.
You've got, if that happens, you'll have LeBron in Cleveland. Paul George is now in Boston. Jaylen Brown is now in Philly. Kawhi Leonard's back in Toronto. The Knicks still have basically their whole championship roster together, except Mitchell Robinson. The East, Atlanta is going to be better next year. The East is freaking loaded. You know, we always call it how we've called it for decades, the Eastern Conference. You still have Detroit. I know when Zolt comes on, he may disagree with some things because they haven't really done much, but Detroit's still a good team. Still have Cade, still have Thompson. The East is loaded.
Yeah.
You know, it took 2 decades, but still.
Right.
And you got Miami. I just totally forgot Miami in this whole thing.
Right.
The Eastern Conference
I gotta go get Bryce another damn jersey, Giannis jersey. Man, we just got him when it finally fit him, and now, son of a biscuit, gotta go find another one.
George's like, just when I was starting to save some money.
Right.
But yeah, I think the end all be all is he's going to end up going back to Cleveland. And honestly, if that's the case, why are we going to wait this out?
Right. Like I said, I think it's kind of like the A.J. Brown thing to New England. It's pretty much we're just biding the days and just waiting it out. I mean, it's already been over a week. And it's like, yep, the longer this kind of carries out, it's going to be pretty much the norm that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I think that's realistic to think. And now the question is, what do the Cavs do after that? There are reports of if they bring in LeBron, they may want to look for more floor spacing. I've heard Jared Allen's name come up in trade talks. I've heard they're currently shopping Max Strus and Dennis Schroeder to try to get some flexibility. I mean, I'll be nice to you guys. You guys want to trade Max Strus over here? We'll take him. I could use a wing. Because that's really the only.
You've been saying you've been needing a wing for a while.
That's all. Well, we got Dean Wade from you guys, which is a solid move, and that'll help a little bit. But if I could have Max Strus as my last rotation player, I am set. That's the thing with the Sixers. I would love LeBron. LeBron is just the extra icing. I got Jaylen Brown. I'm chilling. I still can't believe that happened. And I'm almost a week removed. Because I'm telling you, and if Adam is watching this, I hope he is, I swore to God I was being punked. I swore that Adam decided finally, I'm going to get this SOB back for the Jameis Winston stuff right here, right now. I swore that's what he was doing. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a joke. But I'm like, just in case, let me check my Twitter. And I go to Shams. By the way, is not as good as an NBA reporter as Woj ever was. Woj is still the GOAT.
Yep.
I miss Woj. I love Woj, but I miss him. But whoa. We've got a interesting, we were talking about umpires. We have a Phillies coach needing separation from an umpire. Like restraint separation from an umpire. We are going nuts in Cincinnati right now. But anyway, when I went on my Twitter and I saw Shams actually tweeted that, I said to myself, what Mike Gansey did more for the Sixers in that 72 hours by signing Dean Wade, trading for Jaylen Brown, getting off of the Paul George contract. Yes, you had to take on Jaylen Brown's contract, but I'm okay with having another max contract as long as the player is productive. Paul George was productive. He was solid for the Sixers, but they were paying him for the player. Paul George is this decade's version of the Sixers getting Chris Webber. Great player, past his best years.
Fair enough.
No disrespect to C. Webb. He played well in Philly. But when they traded for him and got him here next to AI, they expected more. He was past that prime of his career. Same thing with Paul George. Paul George had a great playoff run against the Celtics. He played well defensively, shot the ball decently. But then you saw the Knicks series. He would have those first quarters, have like 15 points, 6 for 8 shooting. And then the rest of the game, you know what they say, right? Tired legs, old legs and tired legs don't win the playoffs.
Right.
So you get off of the George contract, you get a bona fide superstar in Jaylen Brown, an NBA champion, a Finals MVP. No, I don't care what the analytical departments are saying about him. I don't give a crap about that stuff. Like I said last night on Unbiased, somebody said that the Trailblazers were considering trading for him, but their analytics department said he is analytically a losing player. Excuse me, thank you, Portland, and that's why you've only won 40 games once in the past 10 years. Thank you for your analytics department to tell me what I should and shouldn't do. So guess what? That's why all your best players leave your organization. That's why Aldridge went to the Spurs. That's why Dame went to the Bucks. Then you had to bring him back. That's why that happened. But now, again, I'm going to be very interested to see how the rest of the summer goes because I am one of the few Sixer fans that are still saying to people, I love Joel Embiid. But I am still not completely sure if this is the final Sixers roster heading into the season.
Really?
No, because you got to ask yourself one of two things. Because George, as we all know, now James Harden's a little different for you guys if you get LeBron. LeBron, yes, he's scored a lot of points, all-time leading scorer in NBA history. Don't tell Jordan fans that; they'll get upset. But still, that's what's happening. But LeBron James has always been a walking 25, 5, and 5. He always gets his teammates involved. As much as we can't stand him, both fan bases, James Harden has been a guy that will now sacrifice his offense to get his team involved. Jaylen Brown is more or less a big-time scorer, as is Tyrese Maxey, as is Joel Embiid, and you still have VJ Edgecombe. I just want to tell everybody, there's only one basketball to go around. So, either they made the Jaylen Brown trade knowing because if they went into the season with the current roster with Paul George, Joel is going to, like I said, and I hate saying it, Joel Embiid may never play 50 games in a season again. And I hate saying that. Paul George would maybe play 50 this upcoming year. But when you trade for Jaylen Brown, maybe now all those games that you would not have Embiid, you don't have to chalk them up as scheduled losses. And now you still have a good shot of being a top 4 seed instead of being a freaking play-in team like every year because of it. Or they are considering going into the season with their new big 3, Maxey, Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, and the process is over. Because I don't know, I actually forgot to touch on this last night. Did you hear what the original package asked for Boston was?
No.
They asked Philly for George, Edgecombe, and 5 first-round picks. And Mike Gansey probably said, what are you smoking and where can I get it?
I was going to say more like, what are you drinking and send the Sam Adams over?
So, clearly, the Sixers are not going to give up VJ Edgecombe. He is a very talented young player. He's going to be a very good player in this league. He plays both ends of the floor, which is so hard to find now these days. Because I'm sorry, I don't think basketball players are developed as good defenders anymore. I think all we care about is shooting threes because everyone's Steph Curry from their AAU days. So they get to the league. They're all Steph Curry. Everyone's Steph Curry. Oh, Steph Curry. I shot 28% last year, but I'm going to choke him anyway.
Know what you're talking about.
Well, not everybody, but the stereotypical player.
No, that's Bryce. Bryce literally will tell you he needs to get his 3 game going. If his 3 game, he hits his 3 game, his short game, his mid range is deadly. I mean, I got to see it firsthand this past year, and right now the coaches are saying, dude, you need to shoot more. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, the kid shot the lights out last year. I'm like, you want him doing more? Okay. I'm just, and of course, he's putting the pressure on himself that he needs to work even harder. And I said to him, I said, well, that's fine. I says, but don't overwork. I said, there's putting in
Yeah.
more work and then there's overwork. I said,
Yeah.
and I said, and you need to make sure, like he said yesterday, they had, because they had the whole week off for family week. Lifting and shoot around resumed yesterday. He said he went to go dribble the ball yesterday. He said he tripped. I haven't touched the ball in over a week. I was like, okay. I said, and whose fault is that? I'm like, it's not like you don't have 3 different types of basketballs and you could have sat downstairs on the carpet and dribbled. I mean, I don't know. It's not like you didn't think about it, or that you weren't thinking about it. So, but I mean, of course, guess what he was doing today? He's definitely making sure he was hitting some basketball court today.
I just witnessed Eugenio Suarez foul a ball of his kneecap. And Jonathan Bolin is not a soft tosser. He is 99 straight gas. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Off the left knee.
I think it's off his right knee.
Right knee.
It was his back leg. So because Suarez is a right-handed hitter. But back to what I was saying is I'm not now, like I said again last night, I have no intel of this. I know nothing. I'm giving my opinion. I am not sure if this is the roster the 76ers are going into the season with. I still think there is a chance that Joel Embiid may have possibly played his last game because, once again, I'm going to say this. People continue to say, well, it's about getting to the playoffs with Joel healthy. No, it's not, because he can easily get hurt in a playoff game and then we're right back to where we started.
So where do you move him?
To the first team that frickin' will take him. Somebody proposed
let
a trade.
Let me re-ask that. Where take 2 teams that it makes sense to move him. Pick 2 that makes sense to move him.
Well, the first thing is you need to find a team with cap space because he has a huge contract. As dumb as this sounds, the first team I would look at is Dallas.
Okay.
Because they are looking to be relevant again. That organization, George, we know it has been under fire since what they did 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be back in relevancy. They have Kyrie Irving. They have Cooper Flagg. Why not get a big guy and see what they could do? A package I could see. How about a package of Joel Embiid? I'll give Dallas some draft picks too. I have no issue giving Dallas some draft picks. Because because the other report that came out after the trade with Jaylen Brown, the Sixers were already looking to unload Paul George. They were already looking to unload Paul George, and they said they were willing to attach draft picks to his contract to get him off the team, which is fine. They gave him a max contract 2 years ago. It hasn't been worth the while. And like I said, PG wasn't awful. I'm not trying to say that he was terrible. It just wasn't what the Sixers needed.
Right.
And when you're competing in a league where your best player, because before they traded for Jaylen Brown, your best player is only playing 40 games a year. How are you supposed to consistently be? And this is why I said for all the Sixer fans, oh, Nick Nurse should have been fired. How is Nick Nurse supposed to coach a season when he doesn't know when his best player is available?
Well, and like I say for football, basketball, it's the same thing. You want to have a guy who's fit for your system. Paul George wasn't the right guy in the system. You know, I mean, you still have to have a certain philosophy. You have to have a certain system that you're looking for, that you're running, that you need to have certain guys that you can make that run with and that fit your system. You know, it's not like,
Yeah.
kind of going with a high school example where, you just got to kind of see what kids you've got and try to get those kids to, work to your system, and that will, 50% can, 50% can't, and you're just stuck. I mean, at least you
Now-
can move Paul George and say, hey, hey, it didn't work out. It just wasn't right with our system. And hey, we gave it a shot. We tried it, and we're moving on.
Now, I will disagree with you on one thing. I think Paul George was a fit in Philadelphia, but once again, just like Embiid, how are you supposed to compete with two max players that are never available to you? It's impossible. So the point I'm trying to make here is, if the Sixers are willing to move the big guy, who, by the way, I love. I've been a Joel Embiid guy. I remember the dark days when there were three centers in Philadelphia. There was a team Julio Okafor side. There was a team Nerlens Noel side. And you know what I said? Screw them both, because this guy's better than both. I was right. However, said player cannot stay healthy. And like I said, I don't understand how you can compete not knowing when he will be available. And for the people that continue to say it's not about the regular season, it's to get him to the playoffs. Well, number one, if it doesn't matter if he gets to the playoffs, because one bad dive on the floor, he's out the postseason. So what's that matter? So my opinion is, I do not think we are 100% guaranteed this is the roster heading into the season. I don't think that it's a guarantee, because they are either going to go in there with these four, which now with Embiid, when he does have to do his load management and keep himself rested, they still have three guys on the court that could still win you a bunch of basketball games, or they are pivoting in a direction of saying, this is not the third guy we need to win. We went and got that guy. Now we're going to build the roster around these three. A possible deal I have with Dallas would be Embiid, some draft picks. I'll throw Justin Edwards in the deal. He can go back to Dallas. Dallas would give us Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, and Klay Thompson. You get Gafford, he starts at center. He's a lob threat. He protects the paint. He blocks shots. He rebounds. PJ Washington and Klay Thompson are wings that can still somewhat defend. Klay is now a bench player, but guess what? Still shot 38% from three last year in Dallas. There's more floor spacing. That's a deal that I would look into. I don't care. And if for the people saying you're not getting enough back, what do you expect for a guy who plays 45 freaking games?
Zolt with the best entrance of all time.
You started talking about Joel Embiid, and George got physically sick.
I could finally read the caption above you and just lost it.
The video is better.
I
Jesus.
bet it is. I bet it is. That's
And then
mwah.
when they got kicked out, which, to be 100% fairness, they left willingly. I mean, it was just like, okay, yeah, we'll go. That's when they busted out the "we're getting deported."
We're getting kicked off the air.
Oh my
It's fine.
gosh.
Everything's fine.
But by the way,
that's like the best caption ever, dude. That's way to go.
which Zolt, while you're here, let me just ask you a question. You guys haven't really haven't had a very entertaining offseason. I mean, you signed John Collins, you traded bad contracts for expiring contracts.
As I like to say, our offseason so far has been cute.
Can I entertain you for a Joel Embiid for Jalen Duren sign and trade, sir?
It ain't gonna make me feel any better.
Why? You get a dominant low post big man.
Sure. One disappears in the playoffs. The other one doesn't show up in the regular season.
Every match.
Together,
No,
they make one hell of a play.
Well, no. What they said is that what Detroit did today was it freed up $7 million. They're preparing to match whatever. If Duren gets an offer sheet, they're going to match it.
And that's fine. They want him to get an offer sheet.
Yeah,
Because that's a guaranteed something like 60 million less than if they pay him.
Speaking real quickly of offer sheets, I'm looking right into my camera. Anaheim, don't you do it. Don't you freaking do it.
Hang on. So do you not want them to match, or do you not
No,
want
I
them
want
to
Leo
give you the
Carlson
guy?
in orange and black.
Okay. All right.
Because you see Anaheim's cap situation, it's a mess.
Well, I know, because they panicked and they went and signed to somebody else really quick, and then it's like, well, now you just screwed yourselves.
And they still got to pay Cutter Gauthier.
Yes.
Can you imagine being in Anaheim's front office that day? They're like, all right, Leo, what you signed? I'm sorry, you signed for how freaking much?
Right.
No one even makes $15 million in this league.
Okay, here's the thing. This is my understanding of how it went down. They were willing to go 14.5 to 15 for him. He would have been okay with 15, and you could probably have negotiated that back down. But somebody decided to play hardball and said, no, I want to get him for 13. And nope. And then bam.
18.
Now
there's reports flying around that he possibly doesn't even want to be in Anaheim anymore.
I mean, Anaheim doesn't want to pay him. It's just flat out. Obviously, the Flyers want to pay him. They've made that abundantly clear. Unless you think this is a bluff, which I don't think it is.
This is where
even way, it's too late now.
Yeah, well, they still have till Friday at 3:00 to match this. But the one thing I don't like about offer sheets in the NHL is like that's what I don't like. What if there's a player that actually just does not want to be on that team anymore?
Yeah,
and they have no
I
choice.
understand. Well, I mean, that's why it's called a restricted free agent. I mean, you're still under control. I mean, you have a little bit of choice, but really not nearly as much as you think.
Fair enough, but it would just be funny that Cutter Gauthier doesn't want to be a Flyer. Flyers have to trade him away to Anaheim. If I could walk out of my Anaheim dealings trading away Gauthier, but I get Leo Carlson, Trevor Zegras, which we saw the player he could be when he's healthy.
Yeah.
And Jamie Drysdale. I'm cool.
Right.
I'm poorer than the ice we play on.
Yeah.
Anaheim, don't do
it's a fun little situation.
Well, we've done this in the past. If anyone remembers, we did this 14 years ago. We signed Shea Weber to a 14-year offer sheet. And Nashville's like, get the hell out of here. They attempted to sign Zach Parise the same. No, wait. Parise was a couple years later. They tried to sign him and Suter.
Right.
To offer sheets. Paul Holmgren was on something with the Flyers front office, man. They just freaking went after everything and everybody.
I mean, at least you're attempting things. My
true.
team here, they don't even try anything. It's just, okay, well, that's how it's going to be. We're just going to let the young guys keep growing. Your young guys are 27. At some point, they're going to stop growing.
And that's the big reason why the Flyers are going in on Carlson, because they also, Porter Martone's 19. Matvei Mishkov's 22.
Yeah.
But Carlson's only 21, so he fits like the mold into these young guys. And that's the other thing. If you're also Anaheim, and I know Carlson's a great player, but the Flyers also attached a pretty package to this offer sheet. Like, wait a minute. So if I don't re-sign Carlson, I still get 4 firsts? That's a lot.
Yeah, that's very much a sweetener.
And plus, and people are like, oh, the Flyers haven't drafted and developed somebody since like 1994. I don't give a crap about draft picks. You could say, hell, I would have gave him, if I wanted to, I would have gave him 6. Because we can't draft anything. We haven't drafted a franchise player since Lindros. We haven't had a goaltender since George had a full head of hair. It's been long decades. It has been a long decade. Look at the damn date. 1975. That's the last Stanley Cup we won. I wasn't even a thought in my mother's brain yet.
That's when George got his first ARP card.
Back then is when the Niners stayed healthy for a season, okay, damn it?
Wow.
Speaking of the Niners, they actually signed all their draft picks. Today was the last day they actually got their 4th rounder. They've actually signed everybody. So we now have some injury-prone depth.
Yes, you do.
Did he hurt his hand signing the contract? Did he get a cramp?
Yeah, I think.
All right, let me say. All right. Oh yeah. By the way, you drafted. I have arthritis in my left hand.
Yeah, I think there was gas involved.
Okay.
Alrighty. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I might accept payment in gas as well.
Yeah.
Why? It's not like prices are higher or something.
Especially out in California.
Like prices are high right now.
I'm just getting things set up on my end. I have 2. We have technically I have more than 2, but I have 2 that are going to be ready to go.
We've got a pair of fill in the blanks.
Yeah. As soon as I'm done.
As soon as he's done.
All right. So tonight we're going to look at the best 3rd string offensive lineman on each team. I'm assuming
can be arranged.
I will leave the show
if we don't keep our sarcasm to ourselves.
Are you new?
On that topic, at least.
I'm about to say, are you new? Keep my sarcasm to myself. If that was the case, I wouldn't have any friends.
All righty. Okay. I'm going to give you 2 options. Which would you like first?
Option 3.
Would you like dropped passes or quarterbacks?
Let's go drop passes. Let's have some fun to kick this thing off with.
Oh my God.
All right, hang on. Let me pull that one up.
By the way, while you're pulling that up, George, remember how I told you I was watching Zach Wheeler have probably the best start in a Phillies uniform?
And you jinxed the schneid out of him, didn't you?
No. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, no walks, 14 strikeouts.
Nice.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Wide receivers over the last 5 years. Wide receivers with the highest dropped pass percentage. Minimum 50 targets per season. Now, this does not necessarily mean the player has played all 5 of the last years. It's just the average over the last 5 years.
Amari Cooper.
Nailed it.
This was too easy. that was so damn easy. I was just waiting for you to pause.
DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf is not on the list.
Not on that list.
I forgot you actually have to get open too. I get the ball thrown to you. My bad.
Right. OBJ.
Has he played in the last 5 years?
It's not about how many teams have dropped you, George.
No, he's not on the list.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, I'm gonna be the guy. Tyreek Hill.
Not on the list.
I was going to say, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were.
Debo. Debo.
I had a bad joke there,
Deebo
but
Samuel.
Debo's on that list. Put Ayuk on the list too.
Ayuk is not on the list.
Oh, that's right. He hasn't played that much either.
is AJ Brown on the list?
He's not on the list.
Okay. Throw a weird one out there. Zay Flowers.
Nope. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. I have to do something.
Oh, damn.
He said, screw this. You guys are doing this on your own. All right, so we have Amari Cooper, Deebo Samuel.
I'm trying to think who else is on the Browns currently that would be.
Judy?
Judy, yeah.
I think that's a good option when he comes back.
Yeah.
Hate to knock him,
We
but
got to put the Browns guys up there. We got to do that.
Trying to think because, like,
the Jets.
Like, I don't want to
go. We can't forget about all the New York Jet wide receivers. There'll be another one. You got to throw the Jets in there. So the Jets, the Browns. Who else?
Oh, I got a good one when he gets back. So you have Judy. I have a good one too. They're still letting off fireworks in my damn neighborhood. It is Tuesday, the 7th.
Sorry, guys. Had to take care of something real quick.
No, you're good. Yeah. All right, so George and I came up with a couple of new guesses here. Jerry Judy.
Hang on, I'm pulling the answers back up again, but I don't remember Jerry Judy being on there. No, not Jerry Judy.
Okay, how about Quentin Johnston?
Quentin Johnston from the Chargers. I mean, that's a very good guess, but no.
Really?
I would have guessed.
I thought that was a chew-in.
Garrett Wilson.
Nope.
Okay, so much for the Jets.
Okay. Gonna throw this out there. We should get at least a couple out of this. So over the past 5 years, 3 of these guys have at one point or another played for Green Bay.
Romeo Dobbs. Good luck, New England.
Wait a minute. So that means Devontae Adams.
Adams is not one of the 3.
I'm about to say, George, come on now. Oh, wait. Is the other one Dontavian Wicks? Ah, shit. Me and my big mouth. Sorry, Eagles fans. Is George Pickens on this list?
I was thinking about him because of the Pittsburgh stuff.
That's why.
But the Dallas stuff, I think, kind of resurrected it. So,
yeah, he's not on the list. And frankly, is it really a dropped pass when Kenny Pickett overthrows you by 40 yards?
Sir, Kenny Pickett could not get him
Oh,
the
wait a
ball.
minute.
Underthrows you by 40 yards.
There you go. He could barely grip the football. Come on.
Tyler Lockett.
Tyler
That's a
Lockett,
good guess.
not on the list.
Okay.
Terry McLaurin.
No, I don't even think he was. Well, certainly not last year. He wasn't even healthy enough to get on this damn list.
Okay, I'm just
no.
throwing names out at this point.
Yeah, no. Three of these guys that we have not named were rookies last year.
3 guys were rookies last year?
Yep.
Okay.
Hi, guys.
We are doing the top 15 wide receivers with the highest drop pass percentage in the past 5 seasons. Minimum of 50 targets. And of course, we've got a very interesting list going here.
Well, anybody on the Browns would qualify.
That's why I said Amari Cooper and he was number 1. That wasn't too hard.
Anybody on the Detroit Lions other than Amon-Ra St. Brown would count.
I need names.
Sorry.
Oh, Zolt is giving you that. Please specify. I think
I'm judges. No, I need names.
Jameson is on that list.
Zolt, I'm just busting your balls, bro.
No, you aren't.
But there he is. Jameson Williams right there at number 2.
Well, no. The better part was me putting my foot in my mouth when I said good luck New England when I guessed Romeo Dobbs, but then Dontavian Wicks, who's on my team, is the next damn answer. Nothing beats that.
Now, for the record, there are no more Lions on this list.
Yes.
Okay. I got a good one. And if this guy is on my team again, is Hollywood Brown on this list?
He is not.
Thank God. Because my team, because then I'm really going to throw the ball to Devontae Smith and Mekhi Lemon and call it a day.
How about Stephon Diggs?
Diggs? No.
Okay.
No, dropped teams maybe, but no, not drop passes.
And we're talking in the last 5 years, you said?
Yeah.
It's over the last 5 years, but it's percentage based. So it could be, like I said, there's 3 former rookies on here.
I can come up with numerous Steelers.
Let me check here real quick. There's no Steelers on this list.
Roman Wilson.
No.
No?
A minimum of 50 targets a season.
Oh shit.
They don't
Okay,
even
well,
throw the ball 50 times a year.
Roman Wilson barely sees the field, but when he
Right.
does, he drops them all anyway.
How about Adam Thielen?
No Adam Thielen.
No.
All right.
Waddle?
Nope. No Waddle. Okay. Since we're sitting at number 5 here, Jacksonville.
I didn't want to go think Jacksonville.
Brian
Really?
Thomas.
Brian Thomas? Seriously? Wow.
We should have went off that based off the last year alone.
How about any
Right.
Ravens wide receiver?
There's one.
Is it Bateman?
Really?
Well, I guess Flowers earlier, but
Yeah. I
Right?
narrowed it down.
I narrowed it down quickly.
do they even have a third wide receiver?
Do they even have a
Mark-
second wide
Mark
receiver?
Andrews?
Fair enough.
Oh God, most drop passes. Oh God.
Wait, Zol, did you say 3 of them were rookies this
3
past
of
year?
them were rookies this past year.
Romeo Dobbs.
He's there. He's on number 3.
Yeah, we already got him.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone so I can.
You're good.
Right? Wow.
Zolt, have you grown hair since the last time I've seen you?
Yes, but nowhere where you can see it on camera.
Can you stand up and show us?
Not and remain on the air, sir.
Oh,
Wow. Oh God.
what about the kid from Chicago?
Kid from Chicago,
Why can't I think of his name?
also known as
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's Luther Burden. Holy crap.
Yep.
Oh, Luther. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, dropping passes can be a real burden on your team. So
Da-dum-bum.
Really?
what?
Well, we know it's not Jackson. No Jackson Smith and J because he's from Ohio State,
Nope.
so they don't drop passes.
Oh, wait a minute. But Marvin Harrison has had Kyler Murray throwing to him, so
Blame that on the quarterback.
Harrison on the
Yeah.
list.
he is not on the list, and that would be Jacoby Brissett throwing to him.
At least
God,
Jacoby
who's-
Brissett is over the left tackle.
Jalen Waddle.
Ben guessed. It's a good guess, but no. George, just so you know, there's a former 49er on here. In fact, he was
Brandon Ayuk.
no.
Well, I guess
Ben guessed. 49ers, Patriots, Cardinals was his path in those 5 years.
Oh, I know who.
Kendrick Bourne.
I do not know.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Really?
Kendrick Bourne ended up with the Cardinals?
He just signed this past all season there.
Oh, that's not fair.
To who? Him? Yes.
No.
Or Kendrick Bourne.
This old Clue.
Oh. Hey, clues are fair game so long as somebody gets it.
Right.
Oh God, and this is strictly wide receivers.
Sutton.
Nope. No Sutton. In fact, no Broncos.
Okay.
No shit. I'm guessing
Xavier
all the-
Leggett.
No. There might be somebody
McConkey.
from that team on here, though.
Thad McConkey.
McConkey.
Nope. No Monocankany. Nope.
No.
Wait, somebody for that. Don't tell me Ted McMillan's on this list. Oh,
Really?
Shut up.
Really?
he
No
said
kidding.
rookies. I didn't want to guess it though because I'm like, no.
Yeah. He was
6.6% drops doesn't matter when you're throwing the ball 400 times.
wow. Wow. Okay.
Okay, so the
So we
clues
got
we've given out so far, you got one more rookie on here.
two
or
rooks.
former
Yeah,
rookie.
2 out of the 3 rooks.
You've got one more Green Bay Packer that you haven't figured out yet.
Christian Watson?
Nope, not Christian Watson. Good guess. Hasn't
Is
been
it
guessed
Reed?
yet. Yes.
Say Reed's the only one left.
Yes.
God, no
yes,
wonder
he
they start
was.
throwing the ball. Don't wonder they start throwing the ball to Tucker Craft so much.
Okay, so
So
we
we
only got
still need a
4.
rook.
Number 6. I'm just New York Giants. Have fun.
Current or former?
It's listed as his only team.
Wandale Robinson.
I was
No.
going to say.
Wandale's somewhere else now.
Yeah, but he
Isn't
technically
he-
hasn't played on that team yet.
You are correct. No, it's not Wandale.
Jalen Hyatt.
No.
He stinks. That's why I took the guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say he get I think he got released today.
Oh. It's not Malik Neighbors, is it?
It's not Malik Neighbors, who I also saw news of him today, which I'm not terribly thrilled with.
Did his leg get amputated?
No, but they said now late October is probably the earliest he could potentially come back.
Ooh.
Bro, shut it down. Just shut it down. If this is the case, it's going to be. Shut it down.
They said second procedure was necessary because
Ooh.
first
Just shut it
one did
down.
not work.
I mean, seriously,
shut
what's
it
the
down.
point? What's the point of bringing them back unless they're actually in contention, which the Giants
I-
really or never are.
I agree.
Not
I
to
have
mention
not
they play
drafted
on
him
the
yet, so shut
turf
him down.
from hell.
Right?
Shut it down. New York Giant. Not Neighbors, not Hyatt, not Wandell Robinson.
You're getting there.
I know this isn't the guess that we're going for. I'm just taking a stab at it because you said over the last 5 years, right?
Yep.
Is Kadarius Toney on this list?
He is not.
Oh,
Damn.
Fantastic guess.
I was going to say, good grief.
New York. I don't know any other wide receivers on that damn team. God, they suck.
Anybody else? Or are we just going to go for
Yeah.
it?
I never paid attention.
Nope.
Darius Slayton.
No shit.
I
Okay.
forgot about Darius Slayton.
Oh, whoops. Hang on. I put Reed in the wrong spot here. That's going to mess me up. Okay. Number 7, Dallas Cowboys. You guessed Pickens already.
CD?
CD?
It's not CD.
I'm about to say.
I was going to say, what the frick?
Is he still played for Dallas?
I believe so.
God, the slot receiver. Oh God, what is his name? Oh shit.
He's gonna, when CD went down and they're like, oh, he's gonna step up and fill the gap.
Yeah. Yep.
And then that offseason, they're like, no, we need to sign George Pickens.
Son of a bitch soap.
I know.
Sam, this is your division,
I get
man.
that a lot.
I don't care about the Dallas Cowboys' 4th and 5th string wide receivers, George.
Third.
He's not a 4th and 5th string. Trust me.
Third.
He's third. At the time, a couple years ago, he was second.
Yes. You're gonna when you post the name, I'm gonna be so pissed off because I know who you're talking about.
Oh
Michael
my
Gallup?
God.
Yes.
Yep.
Ew.
George, for how much you, like me, scan the waiver wire for wide receivers, etc.,
Yeah.
he had to have crossed your path at some point.
No. No, he did not.
I actually
Out of all the fantasy leagues, I definitely did not bother.
I actually picked him up off a waiver claim because I needed a wide receiver and thought about keeping him because of the number of catches he made and whatnot. So yeah, I know exactly who he is.
Yeah. Especially there was a year he was the number 2 guy. CD went down, and you're like, okay, he's got to at least put up, 12 points. He'll give me like 12 points this week. You know what? Let's do it. And he got like 2 points. Dak threw like 3 picks. It was just it was ugly. Number 8 is our rookie that we're missing. I'm trying to think of hints I can give that won't just straight up give it away. But let me just say, his first half of last year and his second half of last year were like 2 completely different seasons.
AFC or NFC?
Travis Hunter?
Nope.
AFC or
NFC.
NFC.
No, it is not Mbuka.
No
You're
way.
gotta be kidding
Shut
me.
up.
What? I was staying away from him because I was like, "There's no way."
That can't be possible because no Ohio State receivers drop balls.
Yes, we've covered this.
Yes, and I reiterate.
Yeah. Nico Collins, number 11.
No, not Nico. Nico gets hurt too much to be on this list.
So Mike
All right.
Evans is off this list too then.
You were right.
So is Mike Williams.
That's a good guess.
There's the list that Mike Williams could be on. Okay, I'm gonna just start narrowing it down. AFC. I would consider
Jamar
him to be. No, that's a good guess though, because my second clue is I would
T.
consider him to be the top wide receiver on his team.
Okay, T. Higgins is out.
Yep.
Right.
Michael Pittman?
No,
Oh no. Oh, DK Metcalf.
is not DK.
Wait a minute.
She
So was
Rice?
it Pierce?
Nice one, Sam.
Really?
Who?
Rashid
Kansas
Rice.
Kansas City just got out of prison.
You know, if you would have said longest yard, I would have nailed it instantly. But they had to change the song. They can't use the "Here Comes the Boom" from Nelly because it's just way too appropriate.
Yeah, that was the one I saw where I'm like, I can torture the guys with this one. I like this one. This is a good one. All right. Speaking of ones we can torture with.
Wait a minute, Zolt. Was
Yes.
Jameson Williams on there?
Yes, he was number 2.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yes, he was.
Would never guess that.
I was
honestly.
I was
the first,
I was literally busting your balls when I threw out.
no, that's fine. You were absolutely right. He was definitely there, and his first 2 years were just. Oh, it was not fun.
Well, while we got Chipper in here, we turn around and pop a little promo for the new podcast entitlement that he and Adam are doing. I actually have it queued up. Check this out. This is Monday nights from 7 to 8. Welcome to the Crushers 7th Inning Sip, the official fan baseball podcast of your Lake Erie Crushers. With your Crushers baseball sommeliers, Adam and Chipper. Let's load up those tasting boards and get your glasses ready as we pour into the next hour of Lake Erie Crushers baseball. And that's Monday nights from 7 to 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
Live
once we get things figured out, yeah, we'll be doing a podcast. We have a baseball team here, an independent league baseball team here called the Lake Erie Crushers. They're an independent league, so that means that the boys, they play for just for the love of the game or whatever. They can be picked up by any major league team or whatever, which a number of the teams have been picked up by. So yeah, me and Adam, we go to these games to support the guys, and we do this podcast from 7 to 8 on Monday nights. And George, thank you so much for doing that for us. That intro, that is really outstanding, bro. You, like you said in our group messenger, you really did do yourself. It's really good.
Yeah, I shot it over to Sam too to kind of get his opinion on, because Sam is a big baseball guy as well. And Sam actually interviewed the Frontier League head
Commissioner Matt Shepardson. We interviewed him on Hitting Home a few months ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So Sam is very familiar.
Awesome guy.
Yep. So Sam is very familiar with the league.
Yeah, so my wife and I have been season ticket holders for a bunch of years now, and go to every game obviously, and and Adam's been to a few games, and we decided to do this podcast, and we've been trying to come up with that idea to promote the Crushers and so forth, and so we're doing this podcast from 7 to 8 on Monday nights, and once we get things figured out, hope everybody will be tuning in to watch us or whatever. And again, it's called the 7th Inning Sip, And George, like I told you in the messenger, I do make that tuck look really good.
Yeah,
Congratulations on the show, Chipper.
it was a lot of
Congratulations.
fun creating that.
And
It was.
and it's always
Thanks,
nice to
all.
see that Adam is still alive.
Yeah, thanks, all.
Well,
We really
I was gonna say as well. I was gonna say congratulations and also good luck. Not because I'm sure it's gonna be great, but I don't know how I could talk. I couldn't talk to Adam for an hour. I'd kill myself. So
thanks, guys. We really appreciate it, and it, for me and again for Adam, me and my wife, we've been going to Crushers games since their very first game in 2009, and then that very first year they won the championship in their very first year, and we've been going to games and been going to games forever and been season ticket holders for the last 2 or 3 years or whatever. And then we came up with this idea of doing this podcast just to what the hell. I mean, it's a frontier league, an independent league. Nobody knows much about them, and what the hell, support the team as best in the best way that we can. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this podcast, and hope everybody can support it. And we appreciate your guys' support.
Yeah, and Kelly and I, we were initial partial season ticket holders the first couple of years ourselves. We were in 116, section 116, row B, 1 and 2.
Mhm.
And we had an awesome experience for those first couple of years, not just literally getting to know the players. Of course, Gordy Gronkowski, who I've
Yep.
had the honor of being really good friends with and have had on the show a few times.
Yep.
And a few of my other podcast legs as well. But to also have him as a good friend and know the family, and also Andrew Saylor, who's the VP of Player Personnel with the
Mhm.
Royals. Arden McWilliams, who is now a very good artist, famously now in New York City.
Mhm.
So, we got to know a lot of these guys, over the years, and it's just a lot of fun that the fans do get to interact that much with these guys, and because you never know what will lead them on their way, or where they'll end up at, later on. So it is a lot of fun. It's literally now a leg extension of Major League Baseball, which I think is fantastic that they finally did do that, to join in on that aspect of it, just like the minor league system. And it's like, hey, you just never know who's going to get called up to the big dance. And hey, if you happen to turn around and get to know them while they're in the league, more power to you. It's something that you can kind of hang your hat on.
And that's what me, Shar, and all the people that we've gotten to know throughout the years going to all these games are trying to promote. Look, you guys may be Guardians, Tigers, whatever Major League Baseball fan you are. Think about this: going to downtown to see a major league game costs you God knows how much money to go just see a game. Here at the Crushers games, just to get in the gate is for 2 seats, maybe $30, and then you're paying concessions are yours. But to go to a Major League Baseball game to get into the, shall we say, cheap seats, or just to get in the gate, is upwards of $50 or more.
Don't
So
forget about the $30 parking that you had to pay first.
Sure. So that's the kind of thing that me, Shar, and all these other people that would go to all these games is we try to promote. Look, if you're a baseball fan, come to a Crushers game. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than going all the way downtown, paying for, like you say, George, paying for parking, paying for a ticket, concessions, all this other stuff. So that's why we do what we do when we go to the Crushers games. Is the fact I'm a huge baseball fan. I love the game of baseball, which is why I came to want to keep going to Crushers games, because I'm just a baseball fan, period. Although I don't know how many that I'm actually a Braves fan, but It's the fact that promoting a game of big.
Sam is a Phillies guy. You were brave enough just to say you were a Braves fan, Chipper.
I got no hate for the Braves. I just hate the fact that they have such a damn good lineup every year.
Well, this year is questionable. But anyways, thank you, George. I really appreciate you doing that for us.
Glad to
And
do it.
yeah, tune us in. It's called Seventh Inning Sip. Once we get things figured out, it'll be on Monday nights from 7 to 8, and we hope everybody tunes in.
That'd be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And you guys have already had a couple of the players on too already, which
Yep.
is even cooler. These folks get to know all these guys, and what a better platform to do it on than, and especially for as much social media as everybody's tuned into the phones right now as it is. It's like, why the heck not? And if you get to know the guys a little bit more, it just makes it even better when they get to go to the ballpark and they get to see the guys in person.
And that's the other thing we love to tell people is like, hey, can you go down to and here in Cleveland, go down to Progressive Field and interact with Jose Ramirez, Angel Martinez, who and Chase DeLauder, whoever. Here at Crusher Stadium, you can actually talk to the players, hang out with them for whatever before, during, after a game, get autographs, so on and so forth, and actually interact with the players. So yeah, I mean, it's so cool. I mean, that's why we appreciate going to these games, is the interaction.
Like I mentioned to you guys, we know Kenny Pearson. His
Yep.
folks live directly across the street from us here. And Kenny was actually at one time one of Brace's pitching coaches at T3. So we happen to know Kenny pretty good too. It's just ironic once we moved here that we found out that Kenny's folks lived across the street. We're like, no freaking way. It's pretty, just coincidental, but pretty damn cool at the same time. So,
and at the same point, when it comes to doing this podcast, some podcasts may or may not, kiss the team's ass, whatever. If you want to go to the Facebook page, we literally just put, we've had a Facebook page called Seventh Inning Sip. We posted stuff on there where we're just blunt. We're being honest as far as how things are going, so on and so forth. So,
yeah, no punches pulled. Do you guys
no
out there just like it is? You guys
Yep.
It's from the fans' perspective, and it's like, hey, when they're stinking up the place, you guys are not afraid to say, hey, it's going to hell in a handbasket.
And let me say, the last few weeks, stuff hasn't smelled pretty rosy. So,
It stunk as bad as the construction is around the state.
True point. But George, thank you again for putting that together for us. We really appreciate you, bro.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And appreciate, having you pop on. You've also been on, during a lot of our Pittsburgh Steelers stuff too, so we appreciate having you on at any time as well. So, that door is always open.
Yep. I appreciate you. Zolt, I still can't believe you don't have any hair on the top of your head. I mean, is it just a thing, or are you just like shaving your head? I mean, what is it?
He's got to
don't grow on a busy street. That's all it is.
Hold on.
Can you go ahead?
Let me answer that. I'll tell you why he has no hair, and it's because of the gentleman over here that has us starting shows at 9:00 at night. That's why.
What? Wait a minute. This is when he's available. What are you talking about? He's got to put the kid to bed
like I'm about to get.
You notice how the time gets later and later. We had him at 9, then it was 9:15, then it was 9:30, now it's 9:45.
In his defense, some weeks we don't even know if we have a show till 10 minutes before you tell us we're going to. Oh yeah, hey guys, by the way, it's 6:50. Show's at 7:10.
George, some people would take the hint.
Hey Zolt, can I make a bet with you?
Sure.
You grow your hair out until the Lions win a Super Bowl, and when the Lions win a Super Bowl, we both get our head shaved.
I don't really think you know what you're asking. Because
shoot.
no, I would still have to go out in public, and no, no, I can't be doing this.
It would not
Too much.
It would not.
No, it would not
I
be
mean,
pretty.
I mean, they've come close the last 2-3 years. So, I mean, how far off are they?
What? Okay, what was the thing I saw recently? It was a reel where a guy was asking Buffalo Bills fans, which would you rather choose? Would you choose to spend the next 15 years in jail, or would you choose to stay in jail until Buffalo wins the Super Bowl? It was a very hard decision for people.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. So let me ask you: you're a hockey fan? Yes.
It's hard, but yes.
So who's going to win a championship first? Red Wings or Lions?
Lions.
Okay.
Wings are just stuck. They're in that
Yeah.
horrible position where they are just stuck, and they have to make. You have to decide what you're going to do. You are either going to make major moves, which I think they're actually trying to. They're trying to fulfill Darren Larkin's trade request. The problem is, you can only fit him in so many places,
Right.
and Yzerman is not going to deal him unless he gets quality in return.
Yeah.
Which I can respect that.
Let me ask you this real quick. Is Yzerman a qualified general manager?
When he was at Tampa Bay, I would have said yes. But I mean, let's face facts. If his last name was anything other than Yzerman, he had been fired 4 years ago.
Correct.
So,
And for what he did in Tampa Bay, that was impressive.
it was.
But again, it's not the same. I know it's not the same. What's up, Clint?
No, we collapsed before the season.
I was going to say, no, they collapsed just before the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I understand. I mean, okay, Yzerman was in Tampa Bay, and look what he did down there. And now he's up here in Detroit. And so, what's the problem?
That's a fantastic question. I know. I don't want to word it this way, but in Tampa Bay, you could say he lucked into Steven Stamkos.
Yep.
Did he luck his way into Ben Bishop? And I'm not going to sit here and say that luck isn't a part. Luck is a huge part of the success of teams.
Yeah.
But I think especially, the last 3 years minimum, there is a severe lack of go get it. You can't. I understand it's the NHL. You have to develop, but what are we on? Year 9?
Well, something's gotta be wrong if your top player that came through your system, Dylan Larkin, is wanting out.
Yes, 100%.
Something.
And there's definitely a disconnect there. This is not the first time we've been hearing that there's issues between the two of them specifically. And I think it started, I'm trying to think of his last year or the year before. At the end of the season, Yzerman implied at a press conference, I think it was the postseason press conference, that certain players in leadership on the team were not trying hard enough.
I mean,
I'm not saying he's wrong.
I mean, I totally understand. You have no idea how I understand how Red Wings are passionate about their team. But because we went to the parades back in 94, 95, and then all that stuff. So there is no quick fix to this as bringing it. Sorry, 97, 98. Okay, my wife is back here
Pick a-
yelling at me saying
pick a
it's
year.
97.
Pick a year. They had several of them at that point. Just pick
So there's no quick fix like it was back in the day. We're bringing in a Brendan Shanahan, a Chris
Right.
Chelios, a Dominic
Yeah.
Hasek, so on and so forth that can fix this. Something. I mean, okay. Let me use this metaphor. And as much as this pains me to do this, the Red Wings are the NHL's version of the Steelers.
Stuck in their way, and they're going to keep doing their way no matter what they're going to do, no matter how the league changes around them. Yeah.
Not only that, but seems like they'll get there, but not go.
Can't get past.
Correct.
I certainly don't think that's exclusive to the team. I mean,
Okay.
you can point to half dozen or more teams that are stuck in that middle, but at the same time, that's what your GM is there for, is to figure out the way out.
Correct.
So, I'm hopeful they can figure out a way. I want them to deal Larkin at this point. If he wants out, let him out. I'm all for not just holding on to a guy, but yeah, you have to get the return for him. It's like the Tigers and Scooble. I am a huge believer in, you know what? Deal him. Don't deal him now. Fine. Wait till the deadline. But if you aren't 90% sure you can sign him in the offseason, you have to deal him.
Absolutely.
Because you will never get a treasure chest in your pocket like that again.
Right.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I'm not saying Dylan Larkin's the same thing, but it's similar. I mean, yeah, I know he's asking for a number one center in return, which is not going to happen. But
no.
you have to ask to get quality, and you have to get quality out of this one way or the other.
But the difference between Scooble and Larkin is Larkin has said he wants out.
Yes.
Scooble hasn't said anything.
Scooble hasn't said anything. Unfortunately, his agent has said a few things. Hasn't been pretty. And frankly, we know what was offered to him in the offseason. I believe it was 40 a year, 45 a year.
Seriously?
Yeah. For
a starting pitcher?
Yes. For 4 years or 5 years, and that was the problem, was the length of the deal. They wanted 8 to 10.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sorry for the shaky camera. I gotta plug my phone in real quick. Sorry, boys.
No,
he's wanting that much.
Yeah. And
Good
I mean,
Lord.
we were there. I mean, we were ready to open the bank, and it's just they couldn't agree on the term of the deal. I think they even offered, well, hey, how about we can drop it down to like 3, and that's guaranteeing you another round of free agency in your career.
See, here's the thing about Scooble, and now more than ever, seeing what Skeens is doing this year.
Yeah.
Scooble got hurt, and he isn't doing necessarily putting up the numbers that he has in the last couple of years. Skeens is doing something this year that he is just sucked ass as far as his velocity and whatever else. So for Scooble to demand that kind of money after the numbers that he's putting up this year is insane. And then Skeens. God, I can go into baseball talk for another hour or two. Skeen's supposed to be
Sam tomorrow night and getting home at what, 10 o'clock?
But anyways,
yes.
Right? But for Scooble to want that kind of money after the numbers he's put up this year after being hurt is just crazy. We're sorry for boring you guys, whoever's watching and other guests for talking Detroit shit or whatever we're doing right now. But
no, it's just what we do.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Every now and again, Detroit has to break through the Eagles and the Browns talk.
That's not that hard. You already missed the the reel earlier from Connor doing the Cleveland Browns thing. Sam actually flipped his camera off when
That boy,
the
Sam.
whole
That
part
boy,
where,
Sam.
the whole part where he goes massage table, and he went, where? Sam almost lost it. I said the first time I saw that reel, I dropped my phone. I was laughing so hard. I said Connor did a great job on that skit. That was hysterical. Absolutely priceless.
I still got nothing.
Connor gets better and better. I said the only downfall I said that kid's got is he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Oh, come on now.
But he has ripped the Steelers and the Aaron Rodgers thing to shreds too, and it is hilarious stuff.
Okay, well, I can definitely get another hour and a half about that alone. So, but I won't.
Yeah, that's
because some of us have to get to bed tonight.
Right.
Oh, well, Sam, you guys got somebody coming up tomorrow night on Hitting Home?
I'm not sure if that's tomorrow night. I gotta speak to Dustin.
Okay.
I gotta talk to Dustin about that.
We turn around and open that up. Sorry, thought you had somebody lined up. We could turn around and share with the peeps.
We'll keep updated, but I gotta speak to Dustin about it first.
So now that is your new time slot, though. Is
Wednesdays at 10.
Wednesdays at 10 o'clock for Hitting Home. PM, not AM.
PM, yes. Please do not.
Oh, can we do it?
Confused.
Yeah.
Can we do it AM? Can you not do it AM? I mean,
he actually
we did for a while, but my co-host had a career switch, so now we have to do it late nights.
Got it.
Sam, can you do AM 2 PM?
I'm shutting down every other show I do if that's the case.
I was gonna say Sam's got the day off. He's got nothing else going on.
Yeah, I'm like George when he claims he's working.
Like so Zolt when he's typing up the 49ers injured list.
Oh,
George, I mentioned this. I think I mentioned this to Sam. This football season, I would like to bring back the odds. The over-unders.
Oh, yeah.
I thought we had a thing going there. It was going fairly well. We were having a good time.
Yeah, I don't
so keep that in your back pocket.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Sure.
I won't have to come up with a damn spreadsheet every week.
Right.
Hey Zolt, real quick, before I let you go, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Would you be interested in a replica helmet signed by Jameson Williamson, Sam Laporta, a replica full-size helmet signed by Amon-Ra St. Brown, Aiden Hutchinson, and a full-size
His wife yelling at him in the back.
Are we sure we have permission to be selling this thing?
Well, I didn't say I was going to sell it. I was asking if he wanted to be if he was interested.
I'm interested in it.
She's screaming in the background, going, "You better get top dollar, damn it!"
You got to the second helmet, and it started to sound real expensive.
No. Zolt hold on. Zolt is a Lions fan, so I have a replica full-size helmet signed by Jameson Williams, Sam Laporta. Full-size replica helmet signed by Jameer Gibbs, and I also have.
She's still screaming at him from the back.
We're still streaming.
Yeah, like the rest of us, we don't care.
Streaming?
Yes.
Oh,
live.
You were just talking.
No, live.
You can't buy this kind of comedy.
Being watched by millions.
Say hi.
Actually, because we are on 609 Sports Talk Radio now, so we do get thousands of views every week.
So Here,
Do you
here's my
see
wife.
all these Aussies in Walmart watching us right now?
Talking about
Oh.
No.
Sam,
George,
Sam's lost it.
George,
Sam's-
George, this is a mercy kill. This is a mercy kill.
That takes care of the 4 minutes. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night.
Good night. That's it. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night.
Good night.
So I said, well, flip a coin. And if it comes out heads, have your hair dyed.
And if it comes out tails, say goodnight, Gracie.